I actually wish someone told me this in my early stages of trading. I'm one of the guys who have suffered with pro firms. I have blown pro firms accounts. Not many, only 5. Blowing accounts has been caused by many mistakes and I have learned many lessons. But I have compressed all these lessons in just 5 points. So, no wasting time. Let's go to my first point. I'm Gonzaga, a trader, only 2 years experience. Never be inconsistent in your risk management strategies. So I have learned a lesson in not being consistent in risk management strategies. Let's take for instance, when you risk on trade 0.5, you're willing to get 1.5. So if you had planned yourself that you're always going to risk all the trades 0.5 to get 1.5, then on the way you change your strategy or you become inconsistent in your trading, in that you always risk 1 to get 2, the other you risk 0.5 to get 3, it will always be hard for you to stay up in profits. Why? You're going to risk 0.5 to get 1.5. You go to profits. The other next trade, you risk 1 to get 3, you go into a loss. Meaning you would have blown all your profits in just one trade. That would be a bad idea to a pro firm trader. Maybe if you are trading a live account, of which that would also be a bad idea to you. And the next lesson I learned from pro firms is that pro firms are known for beginners. Unless you are planning to buy a pro firm just to learn from it, it will be a good idea, instead of buying a pro firm just to make profits, it would be a bad idea to buy a pro firm just to make profits in your early stages of trading than buying a pro firm to practice. It would be hard for you to practice on a $20 account or a $50 account, but it would be so easy for you to practice on a $5,000 account, since you will always be able to place all trades in all pairs. You may find yourself that with a little amount of money you won't be able to trade on pairs like gold, and also using bigger lot sizes or bigger stop losses will be harming to your small account. But it would be a very easy thing for you to do that on a pro firm account. Let's go to my third point. Stick to your rules no matter the drawdown, or always stick to your rules and the pro firm rules no matter how big you're in drawdown. When you're in drawdown, it's the most hardest thing I always faced in my early stages. You could panic, you could see the account going down, and funny thing is that whenever you're in drawdown, sometimes losses come loss per loss or loss per loss. You could get a loss after loss after loss after loss, and that would always harm me psychologically. I could feel like, oh, my strategy is no longer working. And that's when you go on TikTok, you find people saying, this strategy never works, and they have been pointing your strategy. You're like, wow, let me buy another course, or let me change this in my strategy. It's always good to change your strategy or to cope up with the situation, but it's not good to change your whole strategy or to hop from one strategy to another and stick and leave out your rules just because you're in drawdown. Sticking to your rules and the pro firm rules, that's the only thing that will get you out of drawdown, unless you keep there. The money you use to buy a pro firm is 100% risked. So use the money you can afford to lose. That's my third lesson. I actually learned that the hard way. I had got my first deal in life that I got some good amount of money, so I decided to buy a bigger pro firm so that I can surprise my gang. I can surprise the group that we always trade with. By then we have blown out all our accounts, so I decided to deposit that amount, buy a pro firm so that I could surprise my friend. Everything went contradicting. Like I blew the account in even less than a refund. The refunds they put on pro firms are, I don't think if you're one of the people that has got a refund from a pro firm, in the comment section refunded, so that we should know that pro firm that refunds people. But if you lose the money you have used to buy a pro firm, just count it 100% gone. Buying a pro firm is like placing a trade and you are risking $50 to get infinity. So meaning you don't know what you're going to get, but you've risked all the $50. Taking me to my fifth lesson. Pro firms are not here to stay. This saga, no one could ever believe me if I said this in 2020. Was it 2020? When did MFF go? In 2023. No one could ever believe me this, because everyone was like, pro firms are that, pro firms are that, pro firms are places, blah blah blah. But pro firms kept surprise everyone. Regulations came in. Pro firms started blocking people from the other countries that should not trade with them. Pro firms had hidden rules. So pro firms are good to use, but they are not here to stay. Make money, withdraw, invest in other places. You can make your money, withdraw the payout you get, cut off a little percentage, invest back in pro firms, but don't invest the whole money in pro firms, because it doesn't make sense to risk all your payout and the pro firms goes along with it. Comment the lessons you have learned from pro firms. As traders, let's learn from each other. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and